Namaskaram. How's everybody doing? My name is Akshay. I'm a volunteer with the Isha Foundation. So I'm making this video to talk to you about a um, very important topic and a very sacred about a very sacred thing. So hopefully you listen to me for the whole duration. It's going to be interesting. That is for sure. Yeah. So, how many of you visit temples? I think most of you have visited temples, right? So our generation people. So, why do we visit temple? The answer that we give is yes, because we visit temple because our parents have told us to visit. No, we visit temple because there is very tasty prasada that they give in temple. That's why we visit temples, right? For some of you, it is because yes, I want to get past. I want to pass and I want to get first rank in my mathematics. That's why I go to temple. I go and I do prayers. I offer prayers. I bribe God and ask Him to pass me in the exam. So all of you have many reasons, and nowadays people are visiting temples because they are Hindu, right? So they want to visit temple because they are Hindu. They want to show that they are Hindu. No, that is all fine. Even if you're Hindu, it's great. If you're something, you're visiting temple, and if you're experiencing something wonderful, okay. If you're being more pleasant joy after visiting the temple, and it's great. Definitely, we should visit temple. Okay. In fact, the place that we are staying, we should make it as a temple. All right. So why this? Why am I talking about temples? The question, right? So when you visit a temple, right, we see there's a statue over there. Okay, we consider that as a very sacred because when we look at a statue, we naturally bow down to it, right? And we get devotional, right? When we look at a linga or a Shiva or a Krishna statue or a Devi statue, we naturally bow down to it and there's a sense of devotion, right? For some of you, tears just fall down when you just look at Devi, right? This was my experience when I went to Linga Bhairavi temple, and when I just looked at her, I just couldn't control myself. Tears started falling from my eye. So, there's a sacred temple over there, right? There's a sacred structure over there, right? So, this October 9th, right, there is a Nagapratishta that is happening, okay? So, when Sadhguru will be consecrating Naga, so that's why this is Naga Pratishtha. So what is Naga Pratishtha all about? What is this Naga? What is this concept? That is a suspense that you have to visit and you have to know by yourself. You have to experience by yourself. So, hey, why are you telling about why do we care about consecration and all? What is this thing? Because just now I explained you, right. So when you see the idol or when you go to a temple, there is a different atmosphere. Okay. So that's why you feel that kind of energy. There's a different vibrance because that is because of a consecration. Okay, I'll share you one of my experience with when I visited Adiyogi Alayam in Isha Yoga Center, right? So I noticed that during my first visit, I noticed that okay, some of the annas were annas in the sense like meditators. If they are male, we call them like annas, and female meditators, we call them as akkas, brothers, sisters. Okay, so I noticed that some annas were visiting the Adiyogi Alayam. There's a place, Adiyogi Alayam, and they were doing a sadhana. Sadhana in the sense yogic practices. Okay, they were doing the sadhana, and when I went there and okay, let me also do. I had my yoga mat. Okay, let me also do the sadhana over here. Let me see how do I feel. And the moment I entered, there's a completely different atmosphere. right? Uh, there was very tremendous kind of energy, and it was so free and energetic and completely conducive for the sadhana. Okay, and when I just sat there, I never felt I should waste a minute also. Okay, I should just continue my sadhana. The place was such the place was made in such a way that even if you are not feeling, okay, to do your sadhana, that place automatically, encourages you to do the sadhana. Okay, such a place it is. And the experience can be different for different meditators. Okay, and when I visited the Dhyanalinga temple, Isha Yoga Center, Coimbatore, right, that meditativeness kind of feeling, okay, when I just sat there, okay, the whole aura around the place is so different. It is so exuberant. I just have no words there. I just simply it is such a place that you just close your mouth and you just sit still. It is such a place, okay? You don't have words for that. So it is best that, as soon as possible, it is my sharing my view that I'm sharing with you. As soon as possible, just visit Isha Yoga Center, plan and visit Isha Yoga Center, and visit Dhyanalinga, Devi Gudi, do your sadhana in Adiyogi Alayam if you're a Isha meditator. Okay, so yeah. So this is about consecration. Why consecration is so important? Dhyanalinga was consecrated. Devi Gudi was consecrated by Sadhguru, and yes, even this Adiyogi Alayam is consecrated by Sadhguru. So consecrated things have so importance. And so who is Sadhguru? So some of you may say, oh, Sadhguru, right? Okay. So what is so special about him? So I don't know. I'm pretty sure you have read nothing about Sadhguru, right? You have not watched a video about Sadhguru, who Sadhguru is, and you are just telling, hey, who is that Sadhguru, without knowing anything about him. So Sadhguru is, it is like if you open your own foundation, okay, if you open your own organization, and you keep a condition. If you want to work in this organization, then you're not paid, okay, you come as a volunteer, right? Will people come? Will they come? No, right? He made it possible. You know what kind of person he is, right? Isha Foundation is run by volunteers. It was founded in 1992 by Sadhguru, and when he started that, so it is run by volunteers, and we are more than 10 million volunteers, and so this is miracle itself, right? That's why we call him mystic, and it's not less than a miracle that you open an organization, and 70%, more than 70% of them are around 70% of them right now are volunteers, right? And this is something very unimaginable by anybody. Who is he, and why people are following him, and why people are his, working with him, working for him? Isn't this is the biggest mystery, right? So about his works, I want to say a few words about his works. Yes, so Project Green Hands. So this was a project where Isha volunteers. So they planted 8,52,587 saplings, trees, in around 6,000 districts of Tamil Nadu, 6,000 places of Tamil Nadu, around in 27 different districts, and it created a Guinness World Record. Okay, at that time, that such a saplings was planted in a duration of 3 days. And you must have heard about Rally for Rivers, right? So right? So centuries ago, rivers used to flow for all 365 days. Now, in summer season, we see that hardly there is one drop in the river bed. So this is the massive crisis, water crisis, right? And so that's why. So what Sadhguru did was, he firstly we didn't knew that there was a water crisis. Rivers are fading away, and there's such a big crisis. So he did a very successful rally for rivers, and from down south to north, he did a rally, and he enlightened people about the condition of rivers in India. And this is same in most of the places also, in different parts of the globe. And then about Kaveri calling, it's going on successfully, and I was part of this Kaveri calling team, and it was one of the most joyful experience and unforgettable experience of my life, going to villages and talking to farmers and encouraging them to adopt the tree-based agriculture, and how they can be profited with tree-based agriculture. So trees take some 10-15 years to grow, but after these, there's some varieties of trees that can fetch farmers lakhs and crores of income. So that my experience was just so it was so deepest experience of my life, that I got this opportunity. Being a city guy, okay, I went to the villages and interacted with the farmers and stayed with them, and I got the blessings. That was because of Sadhguru. And then the Save Soil campaign that recently was concluded recently. In 100 days, in a span of 100 days, Sadhguru covered 30,000 kilometers on his bike, right? Starting from London and ending it in Coimbatore, and traveling to traveling in 27 different countries, and talking to various government officials and dignitaries, elites, and spreading the importance of preserving the soil and why the soil has to be preserved. Because only 60 years of soil is left. After 60 years, there will be no soil. The rate at which the soil is degrading, going extinct, after 60 years, there will be no soil left. And then what will we eat? And the global warming, so many other things we are already facing because of that. So Sadhguru is doing a great work in this. And yes, and about Isha Vidya, please do go to YouTube and watch Isha Vidya. How those beautiful children are so beautiful, and the sharing of these children, the teachers over there. I listened to a volunteer who went there as a teacher, and she shared her experience. It's such a beautiful experience, and they speak such a fantastic English. And when I was at that time, I could my Kannada was so horrible, okay, and they are speaking such a fluent English, and the education over there, imparting the education over there is a very I can say it's a very standard education, okay, compared to the global standards. A very standard education that Isha is imparting over there, and the kids are from rural India, and maximum of them are the first generation kids who are getting the education over there. And Isha Samskruti, yes, about Isha Samskruti. So okay, I'll not talk much about this, because this video was about the why people have to attend, why people must consider to attend the Nagapratishta. So this was all about that. So if I have taken a long time, then apologies from my side. So please do visit Isha Foundation. Isha Foundation, and also the registration link for Nagapratishta I am putting in the description. So register it soon, because October 2nd is the last day for the registration. To do register it soon. And yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Namaskaram.